Hey, what's going on, guys? All right. Hey, good morning. Apologies for starting a few minutes late. Family stuff. I guess my son's not feeling well, so got a call from his school. Anyway, how's everybody doing this morning? As you'll notice, Adam's not here at the moment. He'll be here shortly. So he's got some stuff that he's dealing with, and then he'll join us. But how's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Shizuoka Hobby Show. Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of stuff to talk about. Based on what I've seen so far of your guys' questions, seems like we haven't necessarily had a lot of questions about that. So we can talk a little bit about it. And then, of course, we'll just be kind of focusing. I say we as in once Adam arrives here, myself. Until then, we'll be focusing on just answering some of your guys' questions from a YouTube community tab, Instagram, and the Facebook page. But so, of course, we've got this P Bandai kit here to give away as well. The Master Grade Destiny Impulse R. Oh, there he is. Well, that was quick. Just started.
Awesome.
There he is. How'd it go?
Good.
All right. All right. Yep, here we are. And you're right on cue. So that's our giveaway item for today. I would say big kit. It's not necessarily like it's a big kit. It's not necessarily a huge kit, but it's a expensive kit.
It is.
Surely. So.
Yeah. I've walked in. I'm like, I don't know where we're at. Other than I guess we're doing the.
That's it. But no, yeah, you're right on cue to talk about what new stuff we've got, and we've got a bunch of PGs restocked. Was kind of the big thing. What else?
Yeah, a lot of PGs. So the PGs that went up for pre-order, I think last month, most of all of them are in. I think we still need some of the Perfect Grade Zakus that are on their way. I think the rest of the stuff came in. We got Perfect Grade Zakus, both the regular and the Char, the Perfect Grade RX-78, the original one. The Unleashes came in a few weeks ago. I'm trying to think of ones.
Banshee. I saw that down there.
Strike Rouge. Strike.
But no Skygrasper. They haven't reprinted that.
The Perfect Strike. I feel like another Zeta. Came in. I think those are still. I think the Rouge and the Zeta are still available. I think most of the others are sold out. Oh, the Falcon, that's still available too.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
The Perfect Grade Millennium Falcon.
I didn't see that we were getting those ahead of time, and then I saw once we had them in. Ooh.
Yeah, and then we got new stuff in. There's two Witcher Mercury kits. I can't remember which ones now.
The Delanza Soul.
Yep, that one.
And the Zoart Heavy.
Yep. So both those are brand new that came in, and then we got plenty of restocks of a lot of the other ones. I think the Area Rebuild is already sold out again, though.
Both of those I was planning to review this week, and then Shizuoka happened. So that's been kind of dominating my time for the last couple of days. Yeah.
But tons of stuff, and then we've got plenty of other. I mean, Bandai's kind of opened up now, so we're getting plenty of model kits now for them. So yeah, so it's really cool. We're doing our items of the day.
Yeah, I saw one of the questions. I'm not sure we'll get to it, so I'll just pose it to you now. Someone I think was asking, like, is the item of the day thing going to be something that we're going to like always have going forward? I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's the goal. That's the goal. Is to have an item of the day, so there's something. But I mean, you never know. Something like COVID, if that happened again, then we probably couldn't because we wouldn't be able to get enough stuff. So yeah, that's the idea. Is yes,
okay,
in a perfect world.
Yeah. And then for the question there from the chat, Edwin asking, does our store sell? Does the store sell P Bandai? Anyway,
so not online, but we do in our storefront. Yes.
Just a few.
Yeah.
We don't have like a load of them, but yeah.
Right. So. And full transparency, I mean, you should just get it off the P Bandai site. That's what we do. And then we mark it up a little bit and sell it in our storefront. So, and that's what any store does that sells P Bandai, literally gets it from the P Bandai site.
If it's not from Bandai directly,
right,
that's where they got it from.
Right. Yeah. And then they just mark it up. So, any store now in the US that sells P Bandai is doing that exact same thing. So,
yeah. Right. Anything else on the way?
Oh, on the way.
The Zeta Verka should be
Zeta
coming
Verka
soon.
and the 1100 Aerial should be here probably within 14 days. So they arrived in California. and so they just got to put it in a container and ship it to us. So however long that takes. So you guys should have gotten an email letting you, if you pre-ordered one of those, letting you know that, hey, it's should be here within the 14 days as long as there's no ungodly event. And then, if you need to change your address, just send us an email. Just make sure everything's right with those orders because they'll be shipping out soon. But Thunderjaw went up for pre-order today. The model. I'm excited about that. Yeah. I am. You not so much. I guess, but.
I was at first, like when we first saw it, I thought that was really cool. And there's the more I'm seeing of it. I mean, I don't know. I think it's probably dulled a lot because of Shizuoka. There's so much stuff that I'm excited about that's kind of gone down the list a little bit for me personally. But David with another question about that, asking, is there a way to see what P Bandai stuff is in stock? Just because it's in the storefront, obviously it's not listed online. You could just call. Josh could tell him. I mean, if there's a certain
doesn't have a phone over there, so I mean, you're probably gonna call and they'll probably. I mean, you can't order online, so I don't know
if you live in the area.
Yeah,
for people who I mean, I would just say just come in.
Yeah,
basically
that's the easiest way.
Yeah,
to do
sorry.
That.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't want you to
Next
waste
thing
your time and
people
gas.
Calling and be like, "Hey, can I?"
Yeah.
I mean, if you call and you say that you want to stop in, what do we have?
Or if you're looking for a specific kit.
Yeah, you can ask that too.
We could check that pretty quickly and
but
easily.
We are not going to ship them. So if you're in another state or even far away that you want it shipped, we're not going to grab it and check it out for you and ship it for you.
If you live close enough that you would be able to come get it, I would say just come in.
Yep.
And see what's there, and there's lots of other cool stuff there as well.
Yep,
so
definitely.
And marked down stuff. Sometimes we get damaged items, like we have a table there that has where the box is just kind of damaged. So that's also would be worth checking out if you can come into the storefront.
Yeah, I mean, if you're 2 hours away, David, if you call us and just ask, well, we can tell you then. I just don't want people calling and be like, well, can I buy it and you ship it to me? But if you just need to know what we have, that's not a problem.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into some questions. Well, just real quick on the note of Shizuoka, what else? Anything else that you're particularly excited for?
A lot of Kotobukiya stuff.
There is.
They're not Megami Device, right? So there's new Kotobukiya,
the X
like
series
the Paladin. No, not those.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about those.
Yes.
Is it the X series?
Yeah.
Like it looks like Megami Device, but it's.
They're Megami Device. Well, here, I'll just.
It's like the Paladin and something else.
Yeah. There's like a tank, gunner, Paladin, and something else. They're Megami Device X series. Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm actually really, because we've been teased that a bunch.
Yeah.
Since last year at Shizuoka. So
those are looking very cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that.
Their other series, the one that you're not looking forward to.
Yeah, I don't know so much.
But that was my first impression. But the more I look at it, I am actually kind of excited for those. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they took that
Unlimited Universe.
Yeah, that Miku one, and now they just made a whole series with kind of copying that style almost.
Sort of.
But I haven't really. Yeah. I saw them and then just didn't look at them again because I was like, I don't know.
Let me see. Looking at like the promo images, it's better than like what was on display there. I just have them here on the screen. I can pull them up for us. I think they look pretty cool. What I talked about in the video, so the Kotobukiya video, the video that I did covering all Kotobukiya's announcements, just put up just an hour ago. So you guys may have already seen that. If not, you can go check that out. But what I mentioned in that video was that it seems like by them making it like fully robotic looking, they can make it super articulated, which will be cool. You can see like in some of the photos, like showing off the articulation. When it's a human body, they can't make the joints look too ugly. Like the joints still have to look like a kind of human form. But since it's all a robot, they can make it, really super nice.
Yeah, the mask come off and then it's
on one of them.
I'm sure they probably all will end up being
something like that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, a lot of Kotobukiya announcements I was excited for. I like that big beetle looking thing, which
the Hexagear one.
Yeah,
it does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
The blockade.
Right. And then I guess there's one version you can buy is the whole thing, and then there's another one that you can get all the.
It's all separately. Yeah, all the separate units.
What else? There was a lot of stuff. The Barbados Master Grade SD. Really pumped for that, which was one of the things we thought. Things we thought might happen.
I don't remember. I'd have to go back and check, which I'm not going to take the time to do. But I have to go back and check. I don't remember if we talked about maybe like the original Barbatos or the Lupus or the Rex. Which one would be like the best candidate? Any of those would be cool, I think. So I think it's a good choice.
Yeah. So we talked about that. I think we talked about maybe the unicorn.
Yeah.
And then
I'm sure that's coming.
The other one that we talked about.
The Ep.62.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's eventuality, as well as something like the Exia, I think is probably going to be coming out at some point too. Yeah. What else? I don't know. I wouldn't expect something like from the new. So we had a bunch of stuff from the new Build Metaverse series that was announced. I wouldn't expect that we'd see like an MG or an MG SD or anything like that from that series.
No, I doubt that. There are 3 high-grade other high grades that are supposed to be coming. That
I thought it was interesting that they announced new entry grades for that series.
Yeah,
because the entry grade line seems like kind of specific. Kind of like PG in a way that it's like limited to just like the most popular designs, right?
Yeah, I have a feeling they're going to incorporate entry grade into those 3 episodes, though. They're literally going to talk about that.
Sure, just to promote the line. Yeah,
I mean, that's basically what Build Fighters is a Gumpla promotion. So I'm sure that's probably why.
No, the one thing that I saw, probably the most pervasive comment I saw from people was that there was no regular MG announcement.
I said that to you.
Yeah, you did too. Yeah, so I think that, I totally understand people's disappointment, but we did get the MG SD, so it is an MG in a way, although I understand what people are talking about. It's not like a proper MG, right? Yeah. So we are getting something MG related from Bandai, so it's not like Bandai's like not doing anything along those lines, but yeah. That's so. I assume we'll get something. Probably.
That'll be in the last announcements, right? When they announced the real grade Epion and then the RE Forbidden.
All Bandai's announcements, all the stuff they had to show was all like through autumn though, so we don't have announcements for like the end of the year, like November, December. I don't think so. I think it's very possible we could still get some kind of MG, possibly maybe like a bigger MG Verka. I don't think we'll have another Verka, maybe not, but another bigger MG right at the end of the year. I think it's still possible.
What else is getting made? You got the Zeta, but what else? Is there something? Am I missing something here?
Like just like big announcements. There's the full mechanics Forbidden Gundam.
No, Master Grade.
Master Grade, yeah, just the Zeta, and then the next thing would be the Barbatos MGSD.
That's it for Master Grades.
Yeah. I mean, the full mechanics Forbidden Gundam, like quasi MG, but
all right, But they did that with the real grades for a while there. We didn't have any, and then all of a sudden they Epion. There's like a good
there was quite a gap. It feels like certainly. So I understand people's frustration and disappointment, but it's not like Bandai didn't have very much to show. They had a lot of stuff.
They did,
but like we talked about last time, I mean, they're just kind of expanding out, and spreading out more to do a lot of different various things. And so
it's good stuff. Those 30-minute mission girls should be interesting.
Look interesting.
Yeah.
Those are kind of
makes me wonder if like they have spies in each other, like Kotobukiya.
Right. Speaking of like it's very similar to the Unlimited Universe Kotobukiya series we were just talking about. Yeah.
Like, hey, we heard that they're doing this, so we should do something like it too.
Well, that's the other thing I talked about in the Kotobukiya video, talking about that stuff. The line that you were talking about, the Megami Device X series, and how I was saying that they really look a lot like very similar to the 30-Minute Sisters kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you can see they're definitely kind of like bouncing back and forth between their ideas, kind of trying to combat each other a bit on kind of niches of that genre. So
interesting.
All good stuff though. I don't mind it at all, and especially the Arcanadia line is quite unique. A lot of aspects of those are really
I like
cool
the
too.
new Devil girl that's coming out. She looks like she can
How about the Centaur girl?
That's interesting.
I'm not into the whole horse aspect, but
I do like the it looks like you can have 2 different outfits with her.
Is it? I don't know if I noticed that.
Yeah. Well, 2 different tops, I guess, with different lacing.
That's what you're paying attention to, huh? Right. So there's a lot of cool stuff. Also a lot of cool art pla stuff from Kyoto.
Yeah.
Kyoto's expanding that line quite a bit. And Max Factory is making their first Machine and Krieger kit.
It's
Pretty awesome. Yeah, they're making a 1/35 scale Falke. That guy down there that I have built, work in progress. Yeah. The Hasegawa one is 120 scale, so it's a smaller scale one that Max Factory is going to be making.
Okay. Yay.
It makes sense that because Max has been a big part of Machine and Krieger for a long time, so it's kind of odd that his company never made the model kits. So I'm sure that was probably something a long time in the works.
It's over my head because I don't know anything about that.
All right, fair enough. All right, let's get to some questions. Let's see. Giovanni said, have you ever thought about having a music-themed contest where people customize a kit based off of their favorite artist or band? It's an interesting idea.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool idea.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen
that anywhere.
I probably have, but not that I can really remember. I've made the Mark V. I themed after Converge, one of my favorite bands.
Is that one?
Yep.
Oh.
yeah. But yeah, it's not something that you see very often. I mean, I've seen there's a couple of like Japanese girl modelers that will sometimes do like they'll do their models with all like the gems and stuff on them, and sort of like idol looking, but not necessarily. That's probably the closest thing I've really have seen. You don't see it too often. Sometimes they'll be like in a particular color scheme, maybe modeled after some band. And there was that Linkin Park model kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's an interesting idea. I think it'd be quite difficult, but it would be interesting to see what people come up with. JGHV asks, as always, thank you guys for doing these giveaways and hosting such a great Q&A. You're welcome. Yeah. What would you guys think about a Gundam photography contest sometime as opposed to build and customize? Okay, so
you've done these.
Yeah.
A few times.
They're fun. They're cool. And yeah, we haven't done one for a while.
Yeah.
So it would be a good idea. Maybe in the future. They're nice to do kind of either when I've done them in the past, I did it kind of at the same time. So we had like a contest and there was a theme like people could build. And like the beginner category was like a photography focused category for beginners. So we could do something like that, or I'm sure we will do some more photography themed stuff in the future. All right. Well, those certainly were some announcements. Cordy said, being a bit more serious, I am super happy with what has been shown off, with my favorite being the scope dog. Yeah, and the shin burning. Speaking of, what do you think about the gimmicks they're doing for the HG build kits with the Ecopla for the Plutane, the fluorescent green for the 00 diver, and the diffusing clear parts for the shin? Do you think the Bandai will probably bring back the Legend BB line? I'm not sure about that. Probably, maybe. The only thing, I think this is a long one. the only release they have done in literally years has been the 3-pack with the Musha Command at night, with them being compatible with the F91 Kai. I'm hoping it'll be a sign.
Maybe. I don't know. What are the they have BB. What is the Heroes?
SDW Heroes is kind of the main line they're kind of focused on at the moment. Yeah.
That's very similar though too.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of
what they'll do is probably just do other SDs and just name it something else. Yeah.
I'm not sure if they would necessarily go back to that line. Sorry. But
kicking me.
Sorry. As for other stuff, the gimmicks of the different HG kits.
The fluorescent thing was cool. I couldn't get a good look at it though in the image because it does look like it's in between parts of the V-wing.
Is that not like just like the big, just like the big fluorescent green effect parts, like off the side of the 00 diver arc?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the SD, the V-fin.
Right?
Is that what
I think it's some of the fluorescent green on the 00 diver, which would be the HG.
That's just a regular clear thing, right?
As far as I noticed, the diffusing clear parts for the shin is I kind of noticed that the effect parts did look a bit different. I didn't pay that
Yeah.
much attention to it though. But now that he mentions it, yeah, it did look like they were kind of a little bit different, the way that those were
Like an
molded.
opaque
Sort of.
looking.
Yeah.
I thought the coolest effect was the V-fin of the SD kit.
Yeah.
It's literally like a foil type green in between the. Get you with all your pictures.
Well, yeah, I had to get everything organized for those videos. Let's see. That was the shin burning. So here it is. Yeah, it's not like a perfect clear, and it even looks different colors in different pictures. So I don't know if
opaque.
Yeah, it'd be
pale.
kind of interesting if it was something that was like, well, maybe not like heat sensitive. You know, like you have like those cups and stuff that like when you put something cold in it, it changes color.
They did that with
that mammoth kit.
Yeah.
I don't think that would make much sense for effect parts for a Gunpla kit though, because what are you gonna do? Put it in your fridge?
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, the effect parts, it does look kind of cool how they're not just plain clear. Yeah. So that's nice. I noticed it, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it. But it is kind of nice. I just thought that it was cool how it seemed like kind of a reference to the Master Gundam's cloak.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool. It's like an energy shield version of that. So, but
do you have the SD?
Yeah, the one you're talking about. That is the SD. Yes, this one. The 78th.
Yeah.
What was it called? 78th.
They're not stickers. Something. They're literally like.
I don't know. Yeah, if that's. I didn't see if that's
the gold, and then it's got the.
Or if that's just a painted sample. I wonder. I don't know if it's gonna actually come like that.
No, that shit's gonna come like that.
You think so?
Yeah. Why would they show that off? It's just painted.
Yeah, just to show how the green effect part looks once you paint it. I mean, I don't know.
I'd be really mad.
I would be very not surprised if that's just a painted sample. That's what I expected.
No.
I don't think it's gonna come like that because they're gonna like tempo print that. I don't know.
Yeah, they are.
We shall see. If you guys saw any information, I didn't see any information about that. Although maybe if you check on like Bandai's Twitter, maybe they mentioned something about it. I'd have to go and check more closely. But yeah, there was a lot of really interesting gimmicks, I guess, stuff that we'll have to pay more attention to. Right now, it's just kind of focused on everything. Yeah. The Scope Dog, though, there was definitely a lot of people very excited about the HG Scope Dog kit.
Well, they haven't made a new Votoms in forever.
No.
And it's a high grade because the other ones are
They're 120 scale.
Yeah.
And so they're larger, like sort of akin to like a master grade, I guess. But
so I wonder if they'll reprint those.
Maybe. Yeah. On that note, too, I saw that there was some people confused about that. And the main kit is standard release. The other option part sets are going to be P Bandai. So there's like a weapon set, and there's a set that comes with like a different version of the cockpit, like the torso that has an actual pilot in it and stuff. Whereas like the standard one won't have that. Be very similar to the Wave kits. If you guys have ever built any of the Wave Scope Dogs kits, there's versions that have no cockpit, and then there's versions that have the cockpit and the pilot and everything. All right, what's been your guys' favorite transformation gimmicks in a kit, mobile suit? Could be supermodels, vehicle form, animal shapes, etc. Yeah, animals stuff's not something that really comes to mind. There's not too many of those, but there's a few.
Yeah. I don't really have a favorite. I don't know. I guess vehicle form. I don't.
One of my favorite transforming mobile suits is the Delta Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
it's a vehicle form.
It's a Wave Rider form is a vehicle, right?
Sure.
It's just a transformation gimmicks. Yeah, I don't know if there's a specific gimmick about that. That's just the transformation itself. I mean, I think it's a good looking one. Any other transforming ones you particularly like? I'm guessing he's maybe asking this just because the Zeta has been in the news.
Yeah. I mean, no, not one comes to mind that I really am like.
The Overflag. It's another one. It's cool.
Yeah, that one's cool.
I like the ones that look like once they're transformed, they look like convincingly like an actual aircraft, not a folded mobile set.
Like the Aegis.
No, not a fan. Not a fan. It's one of the reasons why I've never actually built that kit. It's one of
the.
I think that's like the only like main character master grades from the Seed line that I've not built, because I built the Buster, the Dual, Blitz. I've not built the remastered Strike, actually.
What?
So, yeah, but not that. All right. Let's see. Assuming we're going to be getting new HGs of the rest of the Shuffle Alliance suits over the next few years, which one do you think we'll get next? Yeah. What do you think?
It's the God Gundam question, or the
after the Rose Gundam.
Yeah.
So basically, it's either going to be the Dragon Bolt or the Maxter.
Probably the Maxter or the Dragon.
Think so?
Probably the Maxter, though.
Yeah, I'm going to say Dragon as well. I think probably makes sense. I don't know. Yeah.
The reason why I say the Maxter is just because when they come to reprint those things, that's usually the one that always gets reprinted, and the other ones not always do.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I say the Maxter. The Dragon gets printed pretty often.
Yeah.
But the Dragon's also been left off of reprints.
Okay.
The Maxter.
What about the Bolt? Not so much.
That one's like never.
Yeah.
But what is the other Master Grade one they have?
The Shining Gundam?
No.
Master Gundam?
No.
The Shadow Gundam.
Nope. Yeah, with the swords.
Yeah, this is Shadow Gundam.
That's the Shadow?
Yeah.
It's not called the Shadow.
Yeah, it has a different name. I think the Shadow, was the Japanese name, and the American name was different. Can't remember the name of it offhand. I built it.
You're not a true fan, then.
I don't like that design. It's kind of ugly.
Shin?
It was an alright.
Shin. Why can't
It was an alright Master Grade, though. It's kind of cool. Very dated one. It's from the Germany.
But that's not part of your
Neo Germany
alliance.
That's not part of the Shuffle Alliance, no.
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 It's just All right.
Yeah, Spiegel.
Series.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Japanese name was Shadow Gundam, though.
Sure.
Spiegel. I don't know why they changed that.
It's so cool. Shadow would be cool.
Spiegel's not a very cool name. I don't know.
Sounds like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings.
It sounds, I guess, a little bit more German.
Maybe.
But yeah.
Maybe.
All right. There was a number of changes, like God Gundam was changed to Burning Gundam.
Why though? Like
Devil Gundam was changed to Dark Gundam.
I get that, but
yeah,
they should have just left it the way it was.
They didn't want to put religion. Just keep religion out of my Gundam series, please. All right. With all the new Build Divers kits coming out, what do you think is the most aesthetically pleasing one? Probably the 00 Diver Arc for me. Of the new Build Divers ones. Though I also feel like it's the least original one because it looks very similar to the 00 Diver. It makes sense, but yeah, it's not that different.
I do like the Shin.
Do you?
Yeah. I think that one's probably my favorite so far. But I do want to see that Barbados red one that was in the promo image.
Yeah.
That one I think will probably be. But I think that's probably, I don't know, that's probably not going to be because the boss looks like it's going to be the
that big thing in the background with the arm,
right.
the Psycho Gundam arms.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna, if that one gets made into a kit, if they're gonna use the Psycho Gundam arms from the Hazel.
Well, they already had that thing. So that one, the Red Barbados one, and then that like person one.
Yeah,
those are all coming.
One.
Yeah, because when they said that more,
right,
they had all three of those on there. So we can only assume that's what we'll.
Sure. The what is it? The Barbatos one. I think the image of it looks really cool. I hope the kit looks cool because I mean the way that like the illustration looks, it's kind of like big like that. But you know, as an HG, it might not be quite as impressive.
Translate.
Yeah, we'll see. So Barbatos is one of my favorite Gundam. I'm so happy to see it as the MGSD. What would you like to see in the line? What else? So we kind of already talked about that.
Yeah, it'd be cool to get a Sinanju though too. I think that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah. What's everyone's opinion on using kits you've built for display as pieces for customs? For example, using a kit that just had some color corrections and panel lining done, then taking it and using it for parts in a custom kit batch. So like you build something and then later you just take scrap it. Yeah, sure.
I've never done that. So
I
usually just get another kit that has the parts that I need.
Yeah. I haven't done it. I don't think I would necessarily be opposed to doing it, but I also just like don't put just like snap built kits on display. I mean, I have some in the display in the storefront. Right. If I wanted to like do something and I needed one of those that's from the storefront, I could go get it out of there. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, they're your kits. Do what you want with them.
Yeah, sure.
So,
yeah, that's the thing about these kits is that, you know, Bandai, it's not like you get a kit and that's the only one that Bandai's ever made. They make them by the tens of thousands. I mean, you can always get another one. Usually, yeah, sure. All right, what's your most anticipated kit from the show? Well, we kind of talked about that, but he said that it's the RG Epion and the next Arcanadia kits, which we kind of talked about.
Yeah, the Arcanadia kits I'm pretty excited for.
And the RG Epion, I feel like that was kind of one of the big things because it wasn't a new thing. There wasn't as much focus on it, but it does look very good.
Yeah, I think it got overshadowed. But yeah, they did have it on nice display there, which was cool. Which I think is the first time we've seen it on display, right? Yeah.
So that does look really nice.
Yeah,
definitely looking forward to it. I'm sure it's been asked to death, but what's been your favorite new announcement? Okay, well, the show from the past couple weeks, well, it's mostly the show. So yeah, we talked about that. Since the summer is coming up and probably going to be a hot one, is it a bad idea to have a fan on while you're painting in the booth? No. Anything that gives you even more airflow is probably for the better. So even when it's not hot, I would say it doesn't hurt to have a fan on. Yeah.
More airflow, the better.
The only thing is if it's particularly dusty where you paint, so, you know, if you have pets, something like that,
turn it
blowing
on,
more hair around.
Wait an hour, and then go in there.
You can get a dish drying rack, and it's you know, not super expensive. They make ones that are specifically for like hobby. I think like Mr. Hobby, I think, makes one. But or you just look for like a dish drying what's rack, I guess. I don't know what exactly it's called. Just basically like this big plastic booth that kind of you open up.
Okay.
And you can put your parts in there. Like some people use it for when they're painting because then it just keeps from dust getting on your parts while you're painting.
So when you said dish drying rack, I just pictured someone just putting the painted kits,
painted
things all out in the open. I'm like, how's that going to help dust? But then when you said open.
It's like a thing that has like a fan. And I think some of them have like a heated fan. So it like blows hot air in there to cure your parts. But I would say if you're using lacquer paints, those dry fast enough that you really don't have to worry too much generally about getting dust, pet dander or whatever on your parts. But yeah, if you have pets and you're using a fan, that would be kind of the only thing I would worry about. Other than that, use a fan. New meta kits gave me whiplash with every kit having like 2 to 3 different timelines in it. Have y'all gone out of your way to kit bash between series before?
Yes.
So a lot of times I like to think of my kit bashes in universe. So like I'm making a Zaku and I'll like kit bash it a bit, but like think of it as like a custom Zaku in canon. But have you ever done kit bashing between different series?
I've added parts from kits from different series, but I haven't been added like I'm not putting like the Strike Freedom fin funnels on a Hazel, but I'll take feet from one and put it on another if I like the feet better. Does that make sense? Yeah. Usually I feel like if you start adding in, it's certain things you can get away with and certain things, but I mean, then again, you can just say that you created that technology in that universe and then you're good. Yeah. It is all make believe.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, at the end of the day, right, exactly. It's all fiction. So I mean, there's canon, but you know.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not going to see usually a mobile suit with wings on it in UC. So you do what you want. I mean, but I have if I do mix kits from different series, it's usually not the weapons. It's minimal. Usually it's usually very minimal. Like I might like skirt armor better on one than another and all.
I'm trying to think if I ever have. I'm not sure if I ever have. Yeah, actually. I don't know. Yeah, like it would be like small, like unrecognizable parts that I would use. Like I have like a spare like vent part from a seed kit and then use that on like a 00 kit. Yeah. Something like that. It would be very hardly noticeable.
I'm not switching backpacks.
Very, very minimal, yeah. Wing's 30th anniversary will be next year. Will Kotoki honor it by having another wing kit be the next Verka, for example, the Death Scythe, the Heavy Arms, etc.? I wouldn't expect that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. But didn't he do the Death Scythe as a fixed figure?
I believe there was
G.
a
Was that a
Ka signature.
Yeah.
Fixed figuration.
So it'd be cool, but yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I doubt that.
I think if it was up to Kotoki, he would love to probably,
Right.
But Bandai is probably just like, we're not going to do that. I don't know what, if anything, they'll do. I mean, people talk a lot about, this year is a particular anniversary for this, but Bandai doesn't really seem. They have done that before with certain things, but usually anniversaries, they kind of don't really do a whole lot. It'd be cool if they did do more stuff like related to anniversaries of things. It seems like they do stuff more related to if there's like a Blu-ray, like a new special edition Blu-ray coming out. Like that was the thing, like with Seed.
Yeah.
When they did the new MGs, it's because there was the like Blu-ray coming out they wanted to sell. So I wouldn't expect that. Was somebody commenting on your hair or just?
No, I'm just like it was all to one side. Like
you just got it cut. Yeah.
See, look at that.
I'm gonna get frosted. I'm gonna get frosted tips. What do you think?
I'm going bald. I'm getting old, guys.
Did you ever have frosted tips? Did you ever dyed your hair at all? Ever?
No.
I never have either. Oh no, that's not true. I did.
Nah. You did dye your hair? I did not. I had to think for a minute because I remember I did want frosted tips in middle school, and I was like, I don't think I ever did it though.
Yeah.
I've shaved my head. I think you've seen me shave. Yeah, I've been on live streams with I've grown it out. You never saw me with a fro, so my hair doesn't grow down, guys. It goes up. Like it goes up. But you've never. I'll have to bring a picture.
Okay. No, I did dye it once. Yeah, forgot about that. All right.
Halloween costumes count. I had orange or green hair one time.
If it's just like a spray color.
Yeah, that's what it was. I didn't like dye it.
Do you think Bandai is testing the waters to make the Full Mechanics line the primary 100 line instead of MG? I don't think so.
No, and I don't understand. I don't see why they would. Because MGs are a pretty good money driver for them.
Yeah.
So it just wouldn't make sense to get rid of a core.
I mean, to play devil's advocate, I think maybe this person or other people's follow-up question would be like, well, if Master Grade makes so much money for Bandai, how come they don't make them more? But like I said, it's for other reasons.
Want to drive hype.
Yeah.
Because if you make 3 Master Grades and people have a finite amount of money, they're not going to buy all 3. But if you make 1, they'll all buy the 1. So that's just my thought process.
So it's like kind of between, I guess, what Master Grade was now and kind of like PGs. How new PGs come out so few and far between. When they do, like there's a lot of hype around it, right? So I see what you mean. They're kind of wanting to play into that. Where Full Mechanics basically is just a way for them to release larger size models that don't require as much production.
Right. You got to think that probably replaced the no grade 100 kits. Yeah. It's basically what Full Mechanics and the RE line did. Because they haven't. I can't think of the last time any non-grade 100 kit even came out.
The early IBL kits. The early IBL kits were not Full Mechanics.
Proves my point then, I guess, because
it has been a while.
Yeah, well, they technically are Full Mechanics kits, because then when they came out with the Lupus Rex and then the Veil, that's when they started naming them Full Mechanics.
The Lupus one, yeah.
So they literally just made it that line, even though they were made. So that's probably what those are, instead of just saying they're no grades, gave it a grade and moved on with life.
Yeah. What's something about the new warehouse that you are most excited for that the current location is lacking, doesn't have?
Space.
Yeah, I could have guessed that.
Yeah. So a lot of cool. Obviously, we'll have a lot more space. A nicer looking storefront instead of just kind of walking into like a made warehouse one. A build room where people can come and build, and we can have classes and different things like that, which I think would be really cool. It just gives us more flexibility on things that we want to do. Like we want to do more build days. It's now getting hot, so we really
can't do it. Like the last one that we did was literally like 2 days before Christmas,
right? And it was nice and cool, and so things like that'll be it'll be nicer.
We'll have a full kitchen where we can have a hibachi and grill and like We're gonna have the exhaust hood and everything, so we can be on there cooking up lunch every day. We'll have a chef on staff prepare lunch every day, right?
Yeah.
Is that not happening anymore?
One day. That is not happening.
Yeah. If you enjoy SD kits or not, has any of them caught your eye? And which one? Well, we talked about that one.
Yeah.
What's it? The F. I can't remember the name of it now. It is the type. Let me see. What was the name? No, it's not that one.
No.
F Kunoichi. That's the new one from the Build series. It's the 78th Musha Gundam. That's what it was.
78th
Yeah.
Musha.
Look, this is the list of announcements that I have for this. I have as a note here. Yeah, there's that. The Superior Formula Final Dragon was the kind of like half and half one. It's like half gold and half silver. That looks pretty epic. This one.
Oh. Sure.
It's like a combination of the like previous Superior Gundams, like just put together.
See how excited I am.
Yeah, you totally missed it. What scale do you think the HG Mini Mech recently announced will be? The pilot mobile suit, as it were. Yeah, that one from Unicorn that's coming out.
Was it P Bandai or Gundam Base one?
It's a Gundam Base limited item.
Yeah. That I think is really cool.
It's 1/44 scale.
Yeah,
I believe.
I thought that was really neat. It can't be 144.
Torohachi. Yeah, it just says HG doesn't. Yeah, I guess it doesn't look 1/44 scale. No,
must be something like larger. This big.
Yeah, I guess so. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. I don't know.
The seat would be like
1/24th or something. Maybe it looks like 1/35th.
You know, it reminds me of those. What are they called? The EX, like the ships and stuff. What was that line called?
It's just like EX model.
Yeah, that's what that reminds me of.
Or like the hard graph.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
But yeah, I wish those were regular release. That'd be kind of cool. It'd be different, which is always good.
Yeah. Will Adam do a live build stream?
Yeah.
I'll get it all set up. You can sit right here.
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
We can do that. We can make that happen. Last time I live built, I cut my finger.
Oh yeah, right. I'll go and we'll switch your job roles. Yeah. You can live build for 2 hours.
I can walk around and talk to people.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll argue with Matt for 2 hours. What do you think the next full mechanics kit will be? Say after the Forbidden Gundam. Yeah, I still think that it'd be awesome if they did the
next 3
from 00.
Oh yeah.
What was it? The Throne series.
The Thrones. There's 3, right? There's 3 Thrones. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. They could do that. They could just go into Destiny and do the 3 of them.
Oh yeah.
They could do
the Abyss. And what was it?
Abyss, Calamity. Not Calamity. It was the Abyss,
etc. Yes, I don't think that they'll do that. That they'll stay on Seed.
Do you think they would do the Viridae Buster and the Blue Duel?
I don't think they'll stay on Seed at all.
Do you think we'll get a Viridae Buster P Bandai?
Sorry, I'm just breaking your heart right now.
I'm gonna have to get the resin dress-up kit for the ruling to turn it into a.
I don't know.
Viridae Buster.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't expect that they're gonna stick with Seed because that's not a Seed specific line, and they've already done 3 in a row now from Seed, so I think they're gonna move on. It doesn't mean they won't come back to it later, but I think they'll move on to something else. If not 00, then what? I'm not sure. I mean, what else?
Make more UC.
Yeah, then that would be RE. So I would love if they would go back to RE 100. Yeah, sure. We can do that. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. They just changed the name.
Right.
Do you think they'll ever make a new Big Zam kit? I hope so.
I don't think so.
I hope they'll make a new HG an HGC Big Zam. It'll be like
Huge.
this tall.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wouldn't be the biggest HG they've ever made.
No.
It's not as big as the Dendrobium or the
smaller yeah.
So I think they definitely could and should. It's such an iconic mobile armor from the original series.
It is.
Yeah. Any idea when the Yamato kits will get reprinted? No idea on that. I don't know. Have you seen any of that stuff?
Talking about is that the
From
EX
Bandai?
Standard ones? I don't know what a Yamato. I think
he means like the space battleship Yamato kits from Bandai.
Yeah. No idea. They had a new one like 2 years ago.
They come out with new ones. I feel like every so often.
But I don't know. And it was weird is they'll come out with a new one, but they don't reprint the other ones. So good luck.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna switch over to Instagram here and see what we got going on.
A little off topic.
Do an Instagram story.
Yeah. So you know how like I texted you last night, but still had the first half of that other thing. I was gonna text you that you posted this 3 times on Instagram.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. So I had to delete 2 of them, and I was gonna say you made this multiple times, and I was like, he doesn't need to know. I'll just delete them and move on with life.
Okay.
And then when you texted me, I forgot to erase that when I hit.
All right. That's weird. I wonder why. I
don't know if you did it or if it just did it on its own.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I wonder if it did that on the Facebook page too. Did you see?
Yeah, I looked everywhere else. It was fine.
Okay.
Ron's the one that told me that it got printed. They posted 3 times too. So
strange. Gunpla Builder asked hamburger or hot dog from the BBQ grill.
Hot dog.
Both.
But that defeats the question. You can
pick yes, one. I defeated the question with my superior answer. If I had to pick one, hamburger. Yeah, of course. But
really, hamburger or hot dog?
Yeah.
Right.
I'd rather have something like hot dog's good, but like hot dog's like the junkiest of junk food.
So today's Zach's last day here, guys.
What?
We cannot have the hamburger people here.
Hamburger is like an actual like sandwich. It's like a substantial food where hot dog's like
hot dog's
a snack.
Classic, amazing American treat.
It's a snack.
No, you have multiple hot dogs.
Yeah, you have to have multiple to make a meal out of it. You can't like have a meal of a hot dog. Like a good hamburger can be like a meal on its own. You have like a side maybe, but would you order a hot dog at a restaurant?
Yeah.
No, you would not.
Yes,
you
literally see me order them from Sonic's all the time.
That's from Sonic.
That's a meal.
It's
a foot-long hot dog.
Snack.
You can make a big foot-long hot dog, and then it's a meal.
I'll give you a foot-long hot dog.
Sure. You know what?
What was your biggest surprise at Shizuoka Hobby Show? So yeah, we talked about a lot of different things about it, but what was the big surprise for you?
I'm surprised they showed more of that Thunderjaw.
Were you?
Actually, yeah. I thought it was dead. I really did.
That and the MG Camphor, the P Bandai Camphor.
Yeah, because we didn't hear anything else about that. I was actually really surprised on all the Kobuki announcements. Like they dropped a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. There's no Zoids at the thing though, which is a little disappointing. But they had. You showed me like Twitter or whatever
they had a teaser image. Other than that, the Bandai Scope Dog. I mean, that was surprising.
Yeah, that was surprising.
The HG Scope Dog.
The Barbados SD Master Grade. Like they said it was in the works, but I didn't think it would be that fast. I thought we'd get one next year.
I think it's what I said to you that I was surprised that like 3 or 4 different companies were all making new Scope Dog stuff. And I think it's because either this year or next year is the 40th anniversary.
Is that it?
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why. But there was quite a lot of Photon stuff there. Kavico was the other one that makes the little mini like the Choi Pla Scope Dogs kits. They came out. They have 2 new ones, and then some new like backpack versions of the Scope Dogs. So there's a lot of different stuff. Do you think the new build kits are going to be sold in Target like the Battle Log kits? Don't know. Have you heard anything about that?
No, they don't usually tell me that. I think I got info one time because I asked, and that was they said they're gonna have the aerial, but then they said they're gonna have the aerial months after we got it, so then I didn't care. So the build, what do they build? Whatever Battlelog kits. Those were like a U.S. push, like marketing campaign. So that's why Target got them, and Target got them really early. Is because they were P Bandai in other countries, right?
I don't know.
I know it was a U.S. push. It was a U.S. marketing thing for North America, and that's why Target got them.
And that's why there was that American flag themed one too.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why Target got all of those. These aren't, so Target might get like the main suit.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll get all of them. Just because I don't think that's how Bandai's using Target.
And probably the only like big box stores that would be maybe like Hobby Lobby might get them all, I guess.
No, Hobby Lobby won't. No store I think will get all of them.
You don't think so?
No, whatever goes into like Target probably will go to Hobby Lobby. And same thing with Barnes & Noble. They'll probably get one. If they get any, they would get one. And it would probably be the main suit. Because that's usually what Bandai's doing now with the big box stores. I'm not saying this is what they're doing forever, but they're usually giving them like one SKU because they gave them the Ariel, but they didn't give them any of the Witch Mercury kits. So,
yeah, like we talked about before. I mean, that's helpful as like a gateway drug, right? For getting people to see, oh, what's this? And if they've seen the show too, they recognize that.
Right.
Also, if it's like the main character one.
Yeah. I mean, big box stores are good. They get limited SKUs, but people that don't even know what Gundam is go into them and they see them and they're like, oh, this is cool.
Zero Blade mentioning there was another Zoid. It was the
Scorpion one.
No, it was the Liger with the sword.
That wasn't from Kotobukiya.
Yeah, that was from Takara Tomy, I believe. It's for like the 40th anniversary. They're coming out with that. What's the name of it? It's the...
We had the third-party kit.
No, that's not it. Yeah, it's something like that, though.
Starts with the M.
Mega Liger.
Yeah. But...
Mega Sword.
Was it the Dragon Momoko company made them? Remember that?
I can't remember what they were called, though.
I swear it was with an M. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
See?
Muramasa? I thought it was Murasume. Is it Muramasa or is it
Started with an M.
I think it's Murasume Liger.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. With the popularity of Gunpla on the rise, do you think Bandai will keep up with the growing demand, or will the scalpers get worse and worse?
No, they'll keep up.
Yeah, it's already getting, I mean, as far as I can tell, it's already getting better.
Yeah, we're getting way more stuff in.
It was
P Bandai
might a year ago.
Yeah, P Bandai might have not be better. I don't know what their allocation is for making certain kits. I have no idea. So, but just like with the Neo Zeong, the white one,
second Neo Zeong.
Yeah, I think they only plan on doing one release of it, but it sold out so fast that they. And I bet you we'll see another one. I would have a feeling there'll be another release on P Bandai with that. I'd be because I think each time they've sold out within like the minute they went up.
Yeah, and they have another factory that's going to be coming as well. So that will increase their production capabilities even more. How do you think American fans factor into Bandai Japan's current plans? For instance, it would seem to me that the wide release of the HGC Death Scythe Hell would be a license to print money for American fans, but they're instead keeping it behind the P Bandai wall.
So I've been told before that a kit goes P Bandai because they don't feel it will sell as well as regular release. Whether that's still the case or not, I don't know, because that was told to me probably 5 years ago, that because I kind of argued that with the Endless Waltz kits. When, you know, it was actually like, I think it might have been they came here, and I was talking to him by one of the last
custom.
Yeah, like I asked him why
the EW.
Yeah, why? Because they were doing those US regular release, but P Bandai other places. So then I was like, well, why not do these wing ones as regular release? They're like, well, we don't feel like they would sell as well. I'm like, pretty sure they would do better. They would do better than
they would, a lot of other stuff. Yeah.
But that was the answer I got. Whether they still is that way or not, I don't know. I haven't brought that up. again since then. So
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, when we were just talking about this, that the battle log was, a way for Bandai to try to push Gunpla popularity here in the US. So I think, it's definitely becoming, I mean, a few years ago, I would have said, Bandai probably doesn't think that much about the American market, but it's definitely increased a lot, I would have to say.
Yeah. I mean, I know we are a top market for them. So Japan obviously is their number one, and
by far.
Yeah, and then China, and then I don't know how much more I could say about the rest of it. We are a top market for
them.
Be
in the top 5, I would guess. Probably 4th or 5th, I guess. After Korea would also be another one, and then also, I mean, I don't know if they categorize Hong Kong separately or they just kind of put it in China. But
so we definitely play a role in, I would think, different markets and stuff that they are trying to figure out what they want to do with.
Yeah. All right. Favorite weapons, sword or guns?
Guns.
Yeah, same. Best RG limited edition yet. Huh? Oh, I guess he's talking about the RG version of. Where's he looking at? This one. The RG version of this is on the P Bandai store. I guess that's maybe what he's talking about.
Is it on there right now?
Uh-huh.
I know they made a real great version of that.
Yeah, it's on there. Do y'all think there's more to be revealed for this year, like a December drop? Yeah.
Because we've only gotten stuff for the first
through like September, October.
What is this? June. They said it's a June, July, August, September. Yeah. I don't know. This might be it actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because they'll give us the.
No, I think we'll still get more for November, December. I think so.
I don't know if there'll be big things like. Oh, we'll see.
Daniel.
Nothing.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Daniel wants to know how your vision has your vision stayed the same since getting your laser eye surgery?
Well, it's been pretty good. Because I don't even remember the laser eye surgery. That's how well it's.
Yes.
Like how you stand me down. Like there's a question for me.
Yeah, I assume that question is for me. Yeah, as far as I can tell, yes. I mean, but I'm worried that, once it does start to go bad, I won't notice right away. And not like it really plays difference. But I mean, like eventually I suppose I'll notice, but it's supposed to be, it's supposed to last for a good while. So
when you were reading that question, I really thought it was for me. And I was trying to think if I wore my glasses at any point on a stream before. And I'm like, I don't think I ever did.
No.
Yeah.
You just already have good eyesight, so you're lucky. But I didn't have that.
I need glasses now, but I refuse to wear them, I guess. My eyesight's not bad enough to where I have to have them. But it's not good enough to where I'm 20/20 anymore. Does that make sense?
30 is the new 20, as they say.
Yeah. With them on, I'm 15/20, they said.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a superhero.
Will my partner ever age out of this hobby, or is plastic crack going to be in our lives forever? I would say, probably in your
Steph Witt.
Probably in your life forever, I would imagine.
You know what? Just embrace it and you join too.
Yeah. Once you go plastic crack, you never go back.
Do it together.
Model building.
Yes. Well, anything you want to do. That's fine.
Okay. What's your current favorite TV shows?
Ooh, that's a good question. Current favorite.
Last of Us for you?
Well, that's over now, so that's not. Yeah. I probably better go with what I'm watching now. So I am watching King of Queens. Yeah. I used to watch it all the time. I used to work for Walgreens, and I would come home. I worked for Walgreens in high school, came home after closing the store, and the King of Queens, Everyone Loves Raymond, would be on the TV. But I'd run out of things to watch, so I started watching King of Queens. Okay. And I know this is so random, but yeah, it's enjoyable. And then anime I'm watching is Eminence in Shadow. I'm liking that. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Jury Duty. But
Is that a TV show?
I don't know what that
Jury
is.
Duty? Or is Chris just asking about my Jury Duty
He
experience?
might be. Well, yeah. I'm excited for shows that are coming. Invincible, the second season, that's supposed to be coming on Amazon. Yeah. What about you, Zach? What do you?
Well,
Ahsoka series. I'm excited for that. So.
Yeah, I finished Mandalorian season 3.
So you still have one more season?
No.
Well, did you watch Book of Boba Fett?
Yes.
Okay, that's technically the third season. And then...
Yeah, well, I started. So I watched the first 2 seasons, and then started watching the 3rd season. And then you were saying how Book of Boba Fett's kind of in between, so that I stopped watching the 3rd season, watched Book of Boba Fett, then went back and watched the 3rd season.
And then you're like, oh, so that's how he has Grogu back.
Yeah, I like starting the season 3. I didn't even like think about it. I was just watching it, like, oh, okay, yeah. Until you mentioned that. Otherwise, what else? No, I'm not watching anything currently. Although I want to watch like the other series, like the Bad Batch. I want to watch that. And
yeah, it was good. Bad Batch is good. Did you ever finish Clone Wars?
I've not ever started Clone Wars,
what?
So I need. Yeah, I know. I want to watch that too.
That'll take you a long time.
Yeah, there's so much of it. So, like,
and they just finished it.
Yeah, Mandalorian I was watching with my wife, but she doesn't want to watch Clone Wars because it's too long. Noah. Yeah, maybe he's not any introduction to Star Wars yet, so I feel like we need to like watch the mainline movies. We were actually just talking about this the other day. When would be a good time to let him start watching that? It's not like there's anything bad in the movies, but I feel like there's a lot of
what's going on.
There's a lot of political stuff that would just be kind of over his head and boring, especially in the prequels. I feel like so. I don't know if you'd really be all that interested.
Yeah,
7 at the moment, so maybe when he's like 9 or 10.
You just fast forward to the lightsaber duels at the end of every movie, and you're good.
Anyway, all right. So, hi, in Japan, what is the best Gundam shop you've experienced, and why? Gotta look at you again for that one. Unfortunately, Adam's not been yet.
I have planned on going twice.
Yeah.
And both times.
Sorry.
The world decided to say no.
Yeah. The best Gundam shop, though my favorite is probably Surugaya. It's a secondhand shop, and there's a number of secondhand shops, and Surugaya's though always been kind of my favorite. They have a good selection and good pricing, but that's pretty common. So I don't know, it's just kind of, it's up to you. A lot of people recommend like Big Camera or Yodobashi as like best places to buy new Gunpla, but if it's like a kit that's like days old, yeah, get a new one there if you want. But if it's anything older than a week, you can probably find a secondhand one somewhere. You can get it for even cheaper. And secondhand in Japan, when you buy secondhand kits, it only means that somebody else owned it before you. It's not already built, and everything's still brand new. Even like the runners will still be in the bags and everything. So you can get secondhand kits for cheaper, even, and unless it's like a exclusive item, it'll always be cheaper, or something that's been out of print for a long time. Recently, I saw that the secondhand stuff has been like jacked up because the stuff that's out of print.
That's how the world works.
But yeah, Surugaya is good, but there's a number of different places. I actually don't really like. A lot of people like Mandarake. I find Mandarake's prices to be higher than others, so I've rarely bought anything from Mandarake.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. What's the best way to handle storage for extra parts for a model and the spare loose Gundam parts that aren't included in the build? If you're going to keep them in the box, I mean, if you're going to keep the box, so just keep everything in the box. If it's spare parts.
Here's a question. Are you ever going to use the spare parts?
Well, like I just use a bunch of spare parts like for making that.
Then yes, then keep them.
So yeah.
If you're somebody that doesn't kit bash and is never going to do it, then I just say don't even keep them.
Well, here's what I do. If it's spare parts that I know I'm never going to want to use for that particular kit, then I'll just throw them into like a spare parts box. I have a box that's just full of just all random spare parts. If it's spare parts that I think I might want to actually use for that kit, like it's like a variation of the Exia that includes like some of the original Exia parts, and I think like, oh, someday if I'm working on this, I may want to like customize it by just using the different parts. In that case, I'll just leave them in the box with the kit. What I also like to use is like these. This is not, but I mean, just like this is just something different. But like small plastic bags like this, you can get just like from dollar stores or whatever. Small plastic bags are useful. I don't like using like the big sandwich bag ones, because it feels wasteful. But small plastic bags I like to use for keeping my parts in. With the kits too, to keep things organized. All right, what will be the next MG? Still waiting for MG EZ8. Well, we already have an MG EZ8. It's old though, so I don't know if he just is not aware of that kit just because it hasn't been reprinted for a while, or he's implying that he wants a 2.0 maybe. Have you ever built an MG EZ8?
Yeah,
it's a nice one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I
don't think it needs a 2.0.
Not necessarily. It'd be great. I'd like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe with the parachutes on it.
I wouldn't complain.
That'd be cool.
Because then they can make like the ground Gundam, the ground Jim, the Jim Sniper. Those MGs are all like based off of the same. That they all share runners. So they could do that if they made a 2.0.
But they would all be P Bandai.
They'd make like the ground Gundam as the standard release, and the EZ8, the ground Jim, would be like P Bandai.
Yeah.
Probably. It's kind of like what they did with the HGs.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a few from Facebook here as well before we're done. Get this out of the way so I can see what we're doing. A few more comments. Whoa. Well, all right. That question disappeared. How do you compare the MG Gundam to F Full Mechanics Gundam? Which is better to build?
MG, I think, is for me. I'd rather build that than F Full Mechanics.
I don't have a preference. It would depend on the kit. If it's a design that I think looks cool, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whichever looks more interesting. You all right?
Yeah.
What line of model kits have the best quality of plastic? It's an interesting one. I don't know if he means like line as in like HG, MG, RG, because that would all be the same. Yeah.
Here's a question that I don't know the answer to. Older kits before they started using polystyrene. When they remake them, is it polystyrene, or do the molds not able to?
But it is polystyrene, but it's slightly different. I think like just the blend.
Because the molds have to be geared towards that kind of material to be able to get injected properly. So they can't. Older kits would still have to use the same materials that were originally used, not the new.
Yeah. Formulary. So like, if you got like a reprint, like if you got like it's an old 80s kit that's just reprinted like this year 2023, but yeah, the plastic quality feels like it's like old, doesn't like feel like a new kit.
Yeah, it would have to have the same flow, because those molds are designed for that specific material, because it has to flow a specific way through them in a specific time frame. It's very interesting. If you guys haven't looked up how injection molding works, it is very cool, and I don't know how people thought of this.
I mean, the newer plastic is kind of more forgiving, more durable, but it's softer. It's kind of like it's nice. I don't know. Yeah. With the older plastic,
you can get more stress marks.
Yeah. Stuff like that, and like if you're going to be like painting the kit as well, you probably would end up having to use more putty and stuff like that, because it has more sings. The seams don't line up quite as well just because of the nature of that plastic and everything. Yeah. Whereas the newer plastic is, like I said, very forgiving.
Yeah.
Kyle wants to know, Adam, are you planning to play Final Fantasy 16? Did you like that? Somebody
Final Fantasy? I didn't like that.
George. I'm sorry.
George liked that. Maybe. I am planning on playing the new Armored Core game for sure, but I don't know. I haven't played a Final Fantasy game in forever, so probably not. But I do like the Final Fantasy games, but I don't have time.
I've never played them.
I just don't have time anymore,
Yeah.
guys. I just don't. Time spent playing Minecraft.
Yeah. Minecraft. What else do you play?
I can play that with my
Fortnite,
family. That's
Among
why I play
Us.
Minecraft. No, I don't play any of those.
What's the Fall Guys? You like that too?
Oh yeah. Any game that I can play with my wife and kids, then I can play. Because then I can play it and I'm spending time with them. If it's a game that
Nice.
I can't, yes. any game that I can't do with them, then I'm doing late at night, and I'd rather just sleep.
I heard that.
Or Luke wakes up in the middle of the night. So I have a fine time frame because Luke goes to sleep at 8 and he wakes up at like 1 a.m. And I have to get him first round. Then my wife gets him second round. So if I don't go to bed, if I go to bed at like 11 and he wakes up at 12, it's rough.
Yeah, not getting much sleep in there in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the? Oh, yeah, games. No, yeah. That question is specifically for you. I wonder why he didn't even bother asking that to me.
Well, he knows you're not that cultured with Final Fantasy.
Not a true gamer.
Have you ever played a Final Fantasy game?
No, I just said I've not ever played them.
You didn't even play Final Fantasy 7? Where did you grow up?
RPGs generally are too slow and boring for me. The only RPGs, like, if you don't consider Pokemon an RPG, I think that's like kind of questionable.
Yeah.
Sort of is, but aside from Pokemon, the only like real RPGs that I've really put that much time into would be like the Digital Devil Saga games. I played those quite a bit. Shin Megami Tensei games on PS2. Digital Devil Saga and like Nocturne. There was a couple of those I played.
Yeah.
But even that's not that much. I didn't beat them. I didn't even finish the game, so that should tell you something.
You want to know an unpopular opinion?
What?
I liked Final Fantasy 8 better than Final Fantasy 7.
That means nothing to me. Except that I know that like Final Fantasy 7 is like best game ever.
Right, yeah.
That's all I really know about that. Yeah, that Honkai Star Rail game or whatever. Yeah, I have started playing Honkai Star Rail.
No Genshin? Same company, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing is like again, I don't expect that that Honkai Star Rail will replace Genshin for me. Genshin's still much more fun because Honkai Star Rail is it's like a regular JRPG sort of. So yeah, it's slower, not as like free and open. That's one of the things that I love about Genshin is it's just open world. So I just like exploring around the world and everything. But
you know where else you can explore?
Zelda,
Minecraft.
Yeah, except
you should get on the Discord, man, and the server and build some stuff, and fight some creepers. And here's a question: does anyone in the chat play Minecraft still, or am I by myself? Yes, Final Fantasy VIII's the summon. That's why I liked it probably better was the way that the battle mechanics with summoning the.
Speaking of battle mechanics, you know what game I enjoyed a lot? This is going quite a ways back, but I had a lot of fun playing Bayonetta when that came out.
Really?
I have such fond memories of playing that. This is super fun. Yeah, I loved that.
Sure, Dungeons counts.
That and like this is like going back to the last time that I actually like played video games regularly. It was like Bayonetta, Mirror's Edge, and like Dynasty Warriors Gundam, or like some of the last like that's like going back to Xbox 360.
Yeah, I remember playing hours of Dynasty Warriors, and then when the Dynasty Warriors Gundam one, I got that. Me and my brother were just
those ones.
Those
are
there's
fun.
some people that play Minecraft. There's
all right.
Yeah, not a lot.
Minecraft Dungeons. What even is that?
It's so Minecraft made like it's like an action game. So it's not Minecraft, but it's kind of like a story mode type thing. Yeah,
like how they had like the variations of like Half-Life. There's like Half-Life Blue, I think was one of them, and there was a couple other ones that were like spin-off games, sort of.
I never played
using
Half-Life.
like the same engine, but and like the same what do you call it?
It's not the same engine though.
Anyway. Adam's never played Half-Life. Busted. Your gamer card's revoked now. At least I've played Half-Life. I played the hell out of Half-Life too.
But you haven't played Minecraft?
No.
The most popular game in the world.
Are you on Diablo 4?
No. Oh my gosh. Now the comments are coming.
Booze, not playing Final Fantasy VII is a bigger sin.
Yeah.
That depends on who you're talking to.
Oh man.
No.
We talked about Twisted Metal. We both played Twisted Metal. That's a throwback game, guys.
Yes.
That new series.
You mentioned, I'll have to look. I haven't seen that. You mentioned that. I haven't looked at like what that is about.
It's got the guy that plays the Falcon in the Marvel movies. I can't remember his name. He was also in
playing who?
He's playing a I don't.
Or he's like.
I don't know his character name. But then Sweet Tooth was in the promo.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Played by who?
I don't know. It was a clown-looking guy.
Rob Zombie?
No, it wasn't Rob Zombie. Did Rob Zombie die?
Yeah, I think so.
What?
Or that actor? No, maybe not. It was that actor that was all of Rob Zombie's movies. That guy that played like the clown all the time.
Yeah, okay.
That actor died.
It's like, I don't know. I would have heard.
Anthony Mackie, that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah. Anthony Mackie.
Mm.
Yeah. You know what's really good is Altered Carbon on Netflix.
I did watch that.
I didn't
finish the second season.
The second season's a little slower.
Yeah, once we got into the second season, both my wife and I, both of us, who were like,
first season was great.
It was really interesting. It had a really interesting
different.
Premise. Yeah. Then when it got to the second season, it's like,
I think it's because they changed to Anthony Mack. Not saying that he's a bad actor, but it kind of all of a sudden you didn't have. I get the idea you can switch bodies, but
the novelty wore off.
Right.
Well, the first season was really, it was a really original, interesting idea, and then the second season, like, all right, I already saw this. Like it's just kind of more of the same, essentially. Yeah. So I do want to go back and actually finish it, though.
It wasn't bad. Second season wasn't bad once you kind of get past like the first 2 or 3 episodes.
I think that's all we watched. Maybe the first 2 episodes.
Once you get past that, then you kind of start getting into it more.
All right, let's give away.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I didn't know he was playing. All right.
Samoa Joe. Who is that?
It's the guy that plays Sweet Tooth in the Twisted Metal series.
Mm.
But will be voiced by Will Arnett. Hold on. So they're having an actor get voiced by another actor?
Isn't Will Arnett that guy that Courtney Cox was married to?
Right? Isn't that Lego Batman?
Lego Batman?
Is that
maybe you're right. No. I don't know. I have a hard time imagining that a Twisted Metal show would be any good at all. I can imagine being like a CW show. I don't know.
They pulled a Darth Vader, pulling a Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, I guess I shouldn't knock CW shows. I watched The 100 in its entirety.
See, I only watched the first season of that.
Yeah, that was pretty cheesy.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I liked it. I was invested in the story. The acting, especially in the first season, was awful, but the story is interesting. All right. Anyway.
See, I don't remember Sweet Tooth wearing a mask in the promo.
No.
I'm pretty sure he didn't have a mask on. I'll have to rewatch it.
In the games?
No. I'm talking about the so like the little trailer promo they did for it. They had Anthony Mackie talking, and then like he's driving away, starts shooting, and then it had like the Sweet Tooth ice cream truck, and you go into it, and then he turns and you see his face, and I don't remember it being a mask, but I could be completely wrong.
Is Axel gonna be in it?
I hope, man. Axel's great, dude. Axel's the guy with the big wheels.
Yeah, another year in the tires.
Yeah.
And Calypso's got to be there, of course.
So I liked what was Twister? The
that was like
car.
Oh, was it? What was the one that was kind of like a
Warthog was really cool too.
This like oh yeah. I don't want to say it's like a Mustang, but sort of like it was like a muscle car.
Oh Which one was that? Who was that?
Yeah.
Dang.
That one was good.
That was back in the day where you could do like the little cheat codes, like XXO, triangle, circle, up, down.
Chris saying my taste in video games and TV shows is questionable. Chris, listen, I have my taste. I mean, look, I played Half-Life. I like the 100. It's clear what kind of like theme I like: futuristic, like dystopian, sci-fi stuff.
This is what you get for calling me out. Yeah, chat has totally come on my side.
You like a lot of fantasy stuff, which I do
do.
not like.
Yeah.
So that's one reason why we have different tastes. So like Final Fantasy is a good example of that. Like Lord of the Rings, anything like fantastic like that is not to my taste.
I am a fantasy sci-fi lover.
Mm.
You like sci-fi though?
Yeah. Which I guess Genshin's sort of
fantasy.
Kind of, yeah. It's not very sci-fi at all, but it's just a fun game. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, let's draw here for the platform first one, which is YouTube Community tab, where we had 77.
What?
And 21. All right, not too bad. Let's count it down. Let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Sorry, Brian. 21. It's William. William's won before.
Oh, has he?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think Will won before.
Man, the
friend of the
this
channel.
guy.
One of the few like YouTube people that I know that I've actually met IRL in real life. We hung out in Japan. Yep. William came to my meetup there last time.
Really?
I was there. Yep. So that's awesome. Congratulations, Will.
Yeah, congrats. Send us an email to support@usagundamstore.com and just give us a screenshot of you logged into your YouTube account and then what address you want to send this to. It's all yours. Congrats. Yeah.
Yes.
And then Chris is right. Final Fantasy VII is a futuristic.
Yeah, but it's also
fantasy.
A slow RPG. So the mechanics is what doesn't appeal to me. And the same thing what Mario is also mentioning Mass Effect. I actually have Mass Effect. I bought like the box set on Xbox 360 and I've not played it. So really? I haven't. I've not played it. Yeah.
You know what Final Fantasy VII taught lots of kids and children around the world?
The golden rule
is how to bet on horses, but you bet on chocobos. So gambling.
Didn't we learn that in like Pokemon Red and Blue?
Well, this
had a gambling
Red
mechanic.
And Blue, though.
Was it?
Yeah, Fantasy VII was way before.
When did that come out? I feel like it's got to be pretty close.
No, I don't think it's close at all.
It's gonna be like a 1 year difference.
No.
Yes. Final Fantasy VII is probably like 94, and Pokemon's like 96 or something.
97. Final Fantasy VII came out.
97.
Yep.
That's like got to be right at the same time as Pokemon Red and Blue.
Pokemon came out 96. You were right.
See, even before.
It beat it before. Man, I was wrong.
You. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII is not that old.
No, it's pretty old. You know what's sad? I'm saying that's old. That means I'm really old.
Mm-hmm. So leaving a comment there for Will, but yeah, congrats, Will.
Yeah,
I think that's the second time he's won something. So there, so you go. You can't win if you don't play, and he always does comment. I know. So, all right, yeah, we'll get this sent out. If we don't hear anything, that's someone who, like I said, I actually know, so I can send them a message.
30 years now, yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm old. I'll be 38 this year, guys. Which I'm sure there's probably someone that's older than me.
Yeah, Pokemon had a slot machine. Red and Blue. So
yeah, all right. You weren't like actively betting and picking and going and choosing your. I just remember I did that nonstop playing Final Fantasy VII. Yeah. I would, and then you could start raising them and racing them yourself. Man, I spent hours. You want to talk about stopping the storyline? That stopped the storyline for me.
Wasn't that kind of, well, I guess kind of a similar premise to a Monster Rancher, where you're like raising your monsters and then they like compete in different like mini games and stuff, I think, isn't it? Did you ever play that?
No.
Okay.
All it did was make me think of like dog fights and shit, the rooster fights. You raise them and then you fight them in an arena.
Yeah, I know what that is. We're being a Jurassic Park fan, okay? We need to wrap it up, but being a Jurassic Park fan, were you a fan, of the Indominion, the
battles and
the fight? They had like the underground dog fight kind of thing there with like the dinosaurs.
That's what people do in the underground. It's basically like dog fighting, but with dinosaurs.
It's an interesting idea.
Did you ever see the deleted scene where like that little one bit the other one's head off in the fight?
I don't think that I did.
You gotta check that out, man.
Where did you see that?
It was a deleted scene. It was on the
like on
YouTube.
Do you have like the Blu-ray or something?
No, you can just YouTube it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know they had a bunch of stuff like from that website that was not like deleted scenes. There was stuff that was supposed to be like
no, this was like a deleted scene.
Camera footage.
I just know they talked about it, so then I YouTubed it and it was on there.
Yeah, I'm with you, Zero Blade. I wouldn't say that only the first one were good. I think like other ones were good, but Dominion was pretty awful.
If you're a true fan, you like them all. Anything with dinosaurs is better than no dinosaurs.
I would honestly have a hard time naming off things that I enjoyed about Dominion. It was cool to see a Therizinosaurus.
I'm glad
but
they
they
brought back
just
the Dilophosaurus.
Yeah, not in a very memorable way. Like I can hardly. The only thing that I remember about the Dilophosaurus was Chris Pratt doing that, which just ruined it. So, yes, glad they brought it back, but not happy with how they brought it back. And the same thing like with the Therizinosaurus. The first scene was cool, and then it came back in the end, and the ending was awful and it ruined it. So they just like they shot themselves in the foot like over and over again in that movie. They just like took a minigun to their foot for that entire movie. It's bad. I don't know. I feel like I need to watch it again, but I really don't want to spend another 2 hours watching that movie again.
Yeah, they should have paid us to write the story and be directors.
So many.
Is that writer strike still going on?
Maybe. I don't know.
Turok.
It would be cool to see a good Turok movie, but I would just hope that it would be good and not like just like one of those movies with The Rock. I mean, The Rock's a fun actor to watch, but he does those movies that are like.
I don't want him in it.
The ones, yeah. I mean, but I feel like it would be like one of those movies that The Rock does that just kind of a few people see.
Vin Diesel,
and that's like kind of like
the big muscle guy that goes in, and then
that's like the selling point.
Right.
Like the movie's just garbage, but people will go to see it because it has that actor in it. Like was that the Journey to the Center of the Earth? One that The Rock did. Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, you're right.
But a cool Turok. Who would be a good Turok actor? That what's that guy that plays in the Guardians of the Galaxy? What's his name?
Chris Pratt?
No. Chris Pratt's in everything. I don't need anything more with Chris Pratt. He's great.
The guy that played Drax. What's his name? I can't think of his name.
That wrestler turned actor. I know they're very similar to The Rock, but
he wasn't a wrestler.
Wasn't he?
He was an MMA fighter.
No, I thought he was in like WWE.
No, MMA.
Are you sure? The guy that plays Drax.
I'm 99% sure. Yeah, Batista.
Yeah.
99.9% sure he's an MMA fighter.
No, he was a wrestler.
No,
I'm sure he was a wrestler.
Guys.
You know what surprised me on the note of wrestling? I'm surprised that wrestling toys are still a thing in the year 2023. Those are still a thing that people buy in stores. Like when I was a kid, I had like one of my best friends, and him and his brothers had all the wrestling toys. Did you?
He competed in a one mixed martial arts fight in October 6th of 2012. He defeated some Vince guy in a first round technical knockout.
Okay, so what? Former WWE star Dave Bautista. WWE star, I told you.
Well, he was an MMA fighter too.
Once.
Doesn't matter. Okay. And he's undefeated.
Would he make a good Turok? No, Turok, it needs to be, Turok's Native American, right? So he needs to be like
that doesn't matter anymore.
Native American actor.
It doesn't.
It's been the character, anyway.
Yeah, that doesn't, I think, matter in Hollywood anymore.
They would hire somebody who's native. What was that movie? Okay, anyway, let's just wrap it up. Okay, all right. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, congratulations to Will. Anything else from you for today?
No, thank you guys so much for
thank you. The episode now.
Yeah, I'm in my own head.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys for all the support. I mean, without you guys, we could not do what we love to do. It's always fun getting on here, and it's awesome, getting you guys stuff that you love. So yeah, thank you for your support. Appreciate it.
Yes, check out the Shizuoka coverage. I did 2 parts so far: Bandai and Kotobukiya. The next part I'm working on today, which will be everything else: Max Factory, Good Smile Company. X Plus, everything else is still a lot of really cool, exciting stuff. Aside from those 2 main companies, other companies have a lot of really cool, exciting stuff coming out as well. So definitely check out those videos. Okay, that's it for today, guys. See you later.
Yeah, Zach, you need a hot dog for lunch.
You gonna buy me one?
No,
I'll eat it if you got one. But I'm not gonna go to a restaurant and order a hot dog.
7-Eleven hot dog.